Happy birthday, Gemini. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm here to do your June 2025 reading, and I have it all laid out, and I've had a look at it, and it's very interesting. So, 6 is the month of June. It's the 6th month, and it's an important number because it's the one it's the smallest perfect number, okay, meaning that all of the numbers, not so 1, 2, and 3 all equal 6 if you put them together, and those are numbers that are divisible within a 6. So it's the smallest perfect number. It also means advancement, improvement, taking steps in something perhaps you haven't been able to take steps in before. So it's a sign of leadership as well. It's a sign of pregnancy, nourishing, parenting, caretaking. It's also a very lucky number, and it's a creative number. It's also about having a sixth sense, that sixth sense, which is your intuition that tells you the right way for you right now. Okay. So the cards that jumped out for you is the 10 of Pentacles. Oops, I need my card thing. The 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is completion. It's feeling boredom in a situation and wanting more, wanting something new, wanting something different, I feel like you've completed a cycle here. You've done just about as much as you can do on this path, along with the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords could come with some trouble. This could be a troublesome youngster that's, you've done all you can do. Doesn't have to be a young person either, but this that feels like you or them have gone through a cycle that has been trouble, troubling for you. Um, in the recent past, you have the Page of Pentacles. Oops, get them straight on there. You have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Knight of Swords. So it looks to me like there's something that you've been wanting to start or begin, create, an idea you've had for quite some time. And I think that you have some experience with it. You may have dabbled with it in the past, something you wanted to do, but I don't think you've allowed yourself because you feel like you need to be taking care of this or responsible for that, or it's always something that pulls you away. Maybe it's kids. You haven't been able to do that because you've had to take care of your children and stuff, but I feel like you're about to take some sort of action to change that. You might investigate how you could do it, what it would take, what, things from the city would you need, who do you need to talk to. So I feel like you're investigating, asking questions, getting information on actually, taking this path to start something new. And you're getting out of your head where, because in your head you're telling yourself, oh, I could never do that, like that's impossible, I'm stuck here, I have to do this. And I think you're starting to move in a new direction, allow yourself something for you. In the present, you have another 10, the 10 of Swords, which means that you're beginning a path of healing, and you're also not feeling the guilt or shame or whatever came along with your responsibilities, your duties, what you felt you owed to others in the past. This could be difficult for you at first. You might be feeling anxiety about it, might be dreaming about it. Um, but I feel, and you could be shoulding yourself, like, oh, I should be doing that. You guilting yourself uh, over making choices that you want. This isn't about anybody else. This is about what you want, right? And so you start sticking up for yourself. You start talking about what it is you'd like and how you feel and the direction you want to go. And so you're sticking up for yourself here, and that's what's changing here. Okay, you're standing up for yourself, and if you get too much resistance, you might just say, all right, I'll just go on my way and do my own thing then. you know I meant to keep those there. Near the end of June, the new idea emerges, and this requires you to take a step, to take a leap, to take a risk, to possibly move, change companies, locations. And I feel like you're feeling very inspired, very creative, very excited, and are ready to go. You're like, yep, I'm there. Just tell me where and when, okay? And then you have the Chariot, which this is a victory card. This is a victory card because you've had to make a difficult choice. It's about a choice, but it's about taking control, really. The Chariot card is taking control of your life, not being led or told what you're going to do or should be doing. You're taking the driver's seat. You're um, driving your own life plan and future. Okay. And this is victorious because it's taken you a lot of work to get here, a lot of mental work, a lot of mental work. So then I'll get to this card in a minute. Let me deal. I've already shuffled the cards, so I just have to lay them out now. Cartomancy. I lay out 7 piles, and I go around 3 times, so that there's 3 cards in each pile. And I do it face down because I was taught that way, and that's the way I've always done it. And I like it better that way somehow. So this is where you are at the present moment. You have the 8 of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, and the 5 of Spades. Um, it looks like there's a decision with someone you could be romantically involved with. Someone might have expressed their feelings, or you could be expressing your feelings. But I feel like there is a loss in this situation, even though you could have been pouring your heart out, or they're pouring their heart out. Um, but I feel like something's going to change and there's going to be loss in that situation. Maybe loss of feelings. Perhaps you don't feel this way about this person anymore. Or they don't feel that way about you. Um, they also could have made promises or some sort of promises and then didn't really, um, their talk was bigger than their walk, perhaps. Okay. So coming in, you have the 9 of diamonds, the king of diamonds, and the 4 of diamonds. So financially, this looks very promising. The king of diamonds is usually an older person, a mature person that has gray or white hair. They could have green or gray eyes, or very pale blue, perhaps. This person, it feels like, there's some sort of plans being made. It looks like to me there's plans being made, but there needs to be a pause. There needs to be like a decision here, so might require some thinking. It could be plans for this person being made. Maybe they have plans for you, that they want to pitch to you. But it feels like there's a bit of a waiting period before this can happen. Right now, they're talking to you about it, what they have planned, or what you need to plan for this person. in the coming months. Then you have above you, you have the Five of Hearts, the Seven of Clubs, and the Six of Diamonds. So here's where there's gain in your life, there's happiness. You also may receive some sort of sentimental gift. It probably doesn't have value. It could have value, but to you, it really means something to you. You could be worried about getting this. It could be involved other people in the family having an issue with it or something like that. Maybe concerned if you're going to get it, but I don't think you have to worry because in the Six of Diamonds, it looks like whatever this is, even though it means a lot to you, and it could probably will come through a family member, could be this older gentleman, it has value and will increase the value in your life. Okay, so you might be getting a house, or you might be getting a car, or you might be getting something that has value, and for one thing, you're able to use it, do things with this, whatever it is. Okay, so in your work pile, you have the Queen of Spades, the Six of Clubs, and the Five of Diamonds. The Queen of Spades is usually someone who's single, not by choice, separated, widowed, or divorced. I think she's very wise, smart, very sharp person. I also think that there could be some harshness about this person as they have been hurt or have gone through a difficult time. I feel like, and that's like any one of these people could be you, Gemini. There looks like there's steps advancement at work, maybe increase in your responsibility. I feel like there's also a raise that comes with this. You'll be getting more money, a change financially into this position. You could be working with this person, or this could be your boss. But I feel like there's some sort of advancement for you in what you're doing. Could be creatively too. How others are seeing you or influencing you, you have Eight of Clubs and Eight of Spades and the Queen of Clubs. Okay. So the Queen of Clubs is a brown or hazel eyed woman. She's usually very creative. She's got a lot of good ideas. She's usually seen as a friend. And it looks to me like you're having a conversation with this person, and I feel like they don't agree with, like, I feel like it's a constructive conversation. You're trying to work something out. It could be a disagreement that you're trying to work out, or disagreeing parties could be mediation in some way. You're trying to mediate, they're trying to mediate. But I feel like this is not really an argument. Feel like you have two opinions here, and it's. I think this person may not end up agreeing with you. They have their own mind about something, and you may have to agree to disagree, kind of thing, is what I'm thinking. Um, I think also it's something you may really like, or something that people like about you, is that you can have conversations and disagree, and it doesn't mean it's the end of the friendship. That's it, it's over. Like, so there's something I feel like you want to work out with someone. Um, I don't know if you're going to be able to convince this person. Like I said, they have their own mind. In the foundation here, we have the Ace of Diamonds, the Seven of Diamonds, and the Four of Hearts. So there's some sort of wish. I feel like you're going to get a communication, a letter, an email, about something you've been really hoping for. It could have to do with, you may have to get together to sign a contract, to sign an agreement. I feel like there's some possible celebration about this. This is a dream come true, a wish come true, something you've wanted, you're happy about for sure. I feel like there's a gathering for some reason, with at least four people. and there's paperwork involved. There's signing something here. Okay, good news. And then in the surprise, you have the King of Clubs, the Seven of Spades, and the Queen of Diamonds. So the King of Clubs is a brown or hazel-eyed man, like usually the friend. You're friends with this person, you're friendly with this person. And the Queen of Diamonds is an older woman, mature woman, usually gray or white hair. Could be your mom, your aunt, your grandma, your boss. To me, it looks like this could be a couple, okay? And I see tears between this couple, okay? They could be it doesn't have to be a couple either. Be, it could be a family relationship in some way, male and female, it looks like. And there's tears between these people. I'm wondering if there's concern too. There's some sort of concern, maybe over the older woman. Okay. Um, yeah, I feel like there's concern there. So, now we get to the Sacred Rebels card. And the one you have here is number 26, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So, what I saw in this card is that standing up for yourself, you are allowed to talk about what you love, what you're working at, without feeling like you're boasting, or you can't let people shush you. You need to come out of that shell and be able to be who you are and not have to explain it to anyone. In the book, I'll read you a couple of things. It says, you may, oh, okay. So, this is an invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life, and what that will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you're in the hold of darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it's too much, to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough. That is fear talking, not truth. Um, if the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. It means writing even though we have no conscious idea of what we are writing. It means speaking about your work and never hiding it away. Detach from the darkness, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Okay? I really like that saying, step up and be worthy of your place in the world. You're asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you've known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. So that is wonderful. And I think for you, it might be a bit confusing at first. In this card, you can see this person is stuck in this sphere of light, okay, being awakened. A light is being shone, and a kind of a spotlight in a way, and there's a veil circling around their head. They can't exactly see where the light's coming from, kind of thing. But I think that it's saying, yeah, this is your time to leap. You're seeing yourself, your potential, um, right now. And I think that it's perfect timing, because I think that with all these tens you have, you completed whatever cycle You fulfilled what you said you would, and now it's your time. Okay? Now it's your time. So, very interesting, Gemini. Definitely steps taken here that have been needed to be taken for a long time. And it's the perfect timing because they will be successful for you. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice June and happy equinox. Is it the equinox? No, it's the solstice. Yeah, summer solstice. Happy solstice. Bye.